feel giving warmth through the sole of a foot that's been living in shoes all day for a job that requires them. Took them off in the driveway and after there admired them. Being on feet on a road that's still cooking. That's a sensation that no one's been booking. Did this at 8 years old on this exact street. Different house, same road, same heat. But the yelling shoes from a screen door behind me. Never once listened and she never did mind really. Some rules exist to be broken quietly. That's how a child that teaches you piety. So down the day comes of everything. The road so dark. Not a comfort, not a burn. Just a heat that takes its turn. Barefoot asphalt, warm against the skin. Everything the sun put down is coming back again. Nobody feels this with a shoe in the way. Bass beneath the driveway at the ending of the day. Stand on the whole road till the road goes cold. That's the only heat I hold. Sub hums low through the settling tar. Low and warmer than the car. Feel the daylight where you are. Walk to the mailbox on a road that was glowing. Not with light, with a heat that keeps showing. Up hours late like a letter from the morning. Everything absorbed comes back without warning. Neighbor drove by and he honked and I waved. Barefoot at 9. That's a life I've saved. And if you've been in shoes since 6:15. If your whole day was a series of very small fits. Take them off in the drive, just stand there a while. The road's been holding daylight for you all this while. It's been waiting, go feel the mile. Asphalt under bare feet. Cooling into gray. Everything I carried in is somewhere else today. Nobody sees a man just standing in his drive. Bass beneath the mailbox telling me I'm alive. Take the whole warmth, it's leaving by 10. That's the only rest I've The road let go of the day and so did I. Air conditioning is for people with somewhere to be. Yeah. Both hands loose and the left one is hanging out in the wind that's 100 miles banging. It gets my palm like a dog that's excited. Nothing about this is remotely automatic. Highway at 10 with the temperature dropping. Everything possible and nothing is stopping. Seats got a jacket and a body in it, that's fine, that's the shape of this evening. Some nights are better when the seat stays empty. Whole car mine and the mind is a plenty. Radio scanning through a country of nothing. Static, a preacher and a song worth loving. Glass rolls down, the world comes in. Everything against the skin. Not a comfort, not a cool. Just the wind that breaks the rules. Windows down, doing 80 in the dark. Everything the day present is leaving out the car. Nobody beside me, and I'm not the least alone. Bass in the door, pedal like a hand around a bone. Take the whole highway, it's completely mine. That's the only cure I find. Sub rolls low with the winds roar. Low end fighting through the open door. Feel the whole night, ask go more. Bugs on the windshield like a very small war. Arms gun numb and I don't mind at all. Exit for home, came and went about twice. Whole point of this is that I'm paying the price of gas and an hour to be nobody's answer. Cheapest therapist invented for a man, sir. And if you've got a car and a night and an hour and a chest full of something that has gone slightly sour, don't call anyone, don't explain where you went. Roll the glass down, let the wind take the rent. You'll come back different in trend. That's the intent. Down was holding fire. Box in the store with a picture from the 70s. 20 of them were thin and completely unnecessary. That's the point, nobody needs this at all. That's exactly why the whole yard got a call. To come out, 9 adults acting 11. Everybody's hand on a little bit of heaven. Light one off another and the chain goes around. Nobody's phone out and there isn't a sound. Set the hiss and a laugh and somebody's mother saying careful in a voice full of bother. Enjoy both at once, that's a mother's whole language. 90 seconds each and there's no way to manage. It starts, the light comes on. 90 seconds and it's gone. Not a firework, not a show, just a thing you have to hold. Sparkler hands writing in the dark. Everybody's signature is gone before the mark. Can drive us to deal with every day's beneath the backyard thumping like it should. Write your whole name before the wire goes cold. That's the only thing you hold. Slip hum slow with the sparks that fall low and catching the whole cold. Feel the 90 second stall. Last one went to the kid who'd been waiting. Everybody watch him and the watching was making him a little bit famous for about a minute. Whole yard cheering for a boy and a filament. He'll remember that longer than his birthday. That's a cheap kind of magic and it works every day. And if you're saving something for a bigger occasion, a bottle, a shirt, and handle a sensation. 90 seconds is all any of it lasts. Everything precious is designed to go fast. Slide it tonight, not in the past. Hands full of sparklers, dying in a row. Everything we wrote out there, no, nobody will know. Nobody kept the picture, and I'm glad about that. Face beneath the lawn chairs where the grandmother said, take the whole 90. It was all we got. That's exactly why it's a lot. For 90 seconds, we were all completely lit. 4 floors of 6 people, 1 hour until it's dark. Mirror in the hallway, getting used like a highway. Somebody's eyeliner is taking the whole night away. Gina's on the rail with the drink she made badly. Everybody laughing at how badly and gladly.
This is the part, not the club, not the after. This right here is the actual rafter.
Speaker on the ledge playing something aggressive. Neighbor hasn't complained and the neighbor's impressive. Shoes by the door in a pile like a puzzle. Somebody's crying but it's happy, don't muzzle. Let it happen, that's the deal with the Friday. Everything intense is allowed in the hallway. Clock says 9, we say 10. Nobody's leaving yet, then nobody's leaving after that. This is where the night is at. Balcony countdown, ticking to the door. Everything about to happens better than before. It happens, nobody says that, but we know. Face across the railing in a warm orange glow. Stay in the pregame till the pregame's the night. That's the only clock that's right. Sub hum slow off a cheap little box. Slow and shaking the whole block. Feel the evening beat the clock. Cab got called and then canceled by Gina. Second cab canceled and it's now 10:30. Nobody moving, everybody in it. Best plan of the year is the plan that we've been good. We're at 11 and we never went out. That's the whole story and there is no doubt. And if you've been the one who insists that you leave, watches the clock with a hand on your sleeve. The place you're going is a room full of strangers. This place is your people, that's the danger of good plans. Stay for the changer. Countdown on the balcony, never reaching 0. Everything we planned tonight was somebody else's hero. Nobody went out and we all went somewhere. Base across the 4 floors, warm in the air. Take the whole weight in, it was the event. That's the only night well spent. That's the only night we'll spend. and the hour never came. This whole neighborhood is lit the color of an old photograph. Streetlights here have not been replaced since the 80s. Orange like a memory, orange like a maybe. Everybody's skin looks like film in the lighting. Nothing about it is modern or inviting. Still I love it more than the white ones they're bringing. Sodium hums and the humming is singing. City's been swapping them blah blah blah. White LED like a very bright shock. Cheaper and brighter and completely without any of the warmth that the street was about. Mrs. Ray says the new ones make her feel watched. Old orange forgives and the new one takes no. Orange hums, the block goes warm. Everything's in older form. Not a vision, not a plan. Just the light that raised the man. Sodium glow, buzzing on the pole. Everything this color touches turns a little low. Nobody looks harsh when the lamp is this kind. Base beneath the crosswalk in an amber color mine. Stand in the orange till they take it away. That's the only light I'll say. Sub hums low with the balanced wine. Low and older than the whole design. Feel the decade in the line. Truck came in April and they did our whole street. White light landed and it landed like a threat. Everything visible and nothing forgiving. Kids stopped hanging where the hanging was living. One lamp survived on the alley behind us. I go stand under it, that's my kindness. And if they ever come to modernize your corner, to make it bright and safe and slightly less warmer, ask who it's safe for and ask what it costs. Half of every upgrade is a thing that gets lost. Keep one old lamp, count what it glow made of sodium dying on the block. Everything you flatter will be sharpened by the shock of a wider kind of seeing that has no forgiveness. Base beneath the alley where the last one still lives. Stand in the orange, let it make you soft. That's the only light I've loved. The last orange lamp is still burning behind us. It's dripping down my wrist and I refuse to hurry. Ice cream truck came at 9, which is illegal. Or should be nobody's kid, is that regal? That they need a cone at the hour of sleeping. Whole block lined up and the whole block is keeping no secrets about it. Every parent Kate fast. Nobody in this neighborhood has ever said pass. Chose the one with the shell that cracks when you bite it. Melted immediately and I could not fight it. Down my hand in a race that I lost in. Wrist to the elbow like a very sweet toxin. Go next to me, handed me a napkin, laughing. That's how I met her, that's the whole graphing. Drip, drip, faster than to eat. Everything's a small defeat. Not a mess and not a shame. Just the price of the game. Melted sugar running down the yard. Everything delicious out here comes with the alarm that it's going, that it's going, that it's already gone. Base beneath the sidewalk in a warm little song. Eat the whole thing before the whole thing goes. That's the only rule that shows. Suck them slow with the truck slow crawl. Low and sweeter than the fall. Feel the sugar coat it all. Oh. Married her in October of a much later year. Told that story at the wedding and it landed perfectly. Everybody laughing at the napkin. Some things start with a mess and a happening. Nothing planned, nothing built, nothing designed. Just a handful of sugar and a woman who was kind. And if you're waiting for the meeting to be graceful, for the moment to arrive complete, presentable, it arrives with your hand covered that's the belt. Sugar that is melted, sticky to the bone. Everything I liked that night was something I'd have blown. If I've been careful, if I've been clean, base beneath the ice cream truck, the sweetest I've been. Take the whole mess, it's the actual gift. That's the only kind of lift. It drip all the way down, and I got everything. Purple light out back. Doing violence all night. Uncle installed it in a June that was brutal. Said it would help, and the help was refutable. Zaps every 20 seconds, like a very small verdict. Everything that flies out here is getting perfect. In the silence, I sat out there for an hour, counting voiding deaths, and I felt the whole power. Unhates it, says it's cruel and it's useless. Studies agree, it mostly kills the innocuous. Bugs not the ones that are actually biting. Uncle knows this, and he keeps on delighting in the sound. That's the honest thing here. It's a pest control, it's a purple frontier. Snap, hum, another one down. Loudest thing in this whole town. Not a purpose, not a use, just a light and just a fuse. Bug Zapper Blues, buzzing in the dark. Everything that finds the light gets turned into a spark. Nobody needs this, and we all sit here listening. Bass beneath the lawn chairs, purple and glistening. Count the whole night out by the snaps in the air. That's the only rhythm there. Sub hums low with the ballast wine, low and snapping down the line. Feel the whole yard keeping time. Uncle died in a march, and we cleared out the yard. Everybody working and everybody hard. On the not talking, then somebody found it. Coiled in the shed with the cord wrapped around it. Hung it back up, and we sat there till 9. 41 snaps, that was the sign. And whatever ugly thing your people used to keep, the lawn ornament, the recliner, the truck that can't sleep. Don't throw it out the week that they go. That's not an object, that's the only show that still runs, let it glow. Blues from above, Zapper purple in the trees. Everything he loved out here was slightly a disease. To the neighbors, and I hung it up again. Bass beneath the folding chair, humming like it's been waiting. Take the whole ugly light. That's my uncle every night. Purple light on back, and I let it keep going. Purple light up back, and I let it keep going. It started raining and nobody ran for cover. 88 degrees in the sky, just open, warm as a bath, and completely unspoken. For nobody predicted, nobody prepared. Everybody outside and nobody scared of getting wet in a rain that's this friendly. Whole street laughing in a downpour splendidly. Woman in heels took them off and kept walking. Man with the brick held it up, not talking, just grinning like a person who's remembered something they lost around a very old December. Kids in the gutter doing everything you hope. Nobody's mother came out with the rope. Sky opens, the warm comes down. No a vibe. Sprint in the warm rain, drying in the dark. Everything I ruined out there left a decent mark. Nobody caught a cold and everybody smiled. Face beneath the puddles where we all went wild. Take the whole 12 minutes, they were free. That's the best thing that got me. It stopped raining and nobody went inside. My daughter counts them. My daughter counts them and always loses her place. Yard at the edge of a dark that's still gentle. 6 years old with a jar that's essential to the operation, though she never keeps one. Catch, look, release, that's the whole system. Counts out loud and she gets to 11, then a new one blinks and she starts from 7. I did this exact thing in this exact yard. Different grass, same jar, same disregard. For an accurate number to the count is the pleasure. Nothing out of part of fireflies designed to be measured. My mother watched me from the step where I'm sitting. That's the whole inheritance and none of them is written. Blink, blink, lose the count. Nobody knows the true amount. Not a number, not a score, just a yard and just some more. Firefly Arithmetic, wrong in every way. Everything she's counting will be gone by the day. Nobody keeps a total and that's how it works. Base beneath the tall grass where the summer lurks. Count the whole yard and get it all wrong. That's the only kind of song. Sub hums low. It subs in the settling dew. Low and older than the two of us. Feel it coming through. She asked me if they're happy and I said I think so, which is a lie cause I don't know when I can't know. She accepted it fully and she went back to counting. Some questions get answered by an adult just mounting. And I guess with a warm voice that most of it honestly, everything I told her is a hopeful monstrosity. And when she's my age in a yard with her own, counted barely with a kid of her own. She won't remember the specific July. She'll remember there was someone on the step nearby saying, I think so. That's the reply. Arithmetic of fireflies failing in the dark. Everything uncounted out here still left a mark. Nobody needs a number, that was never the task. Face beneath the porch, step warm as her last question. Take the whole wrong count. That's the only real amount. My daughter lost her place again and we both laughed. Everything important that happened to me happened on asphalt. Back of a grocery store where the trucks come at 5. Empty from midnight and we made it alive. With 6 cars in a circle and the headlights meeting. Somebody's trunk open and the trunk is receding. Nobody bought anything and nobody's buying. That's the whole economy and nobody's lying. Marcus explained the whole universe at once. Said gravity is just things that wanna be one thing. We told him he was wrong and he knew it. He didn't care and he kept right on through it. Best physics lecture that I've ever attended. Fully incorrect and completely commanded. Headlights cross the circles. Everybody's 17 and old. Not a party, not a plan, just a life. change. Everybody knew the rules, nothing rearranged. And if you drive past the lot with a circle of cars, 6 kids, some music and a couple of jars, nothing's going wrong there, that's the safest place for a person that age with the night on their face. Leave them the asphalt, give them the space. Physics in the parking lot, proven and absurd. Everything we figured out was never gonna get hurt. Anywhere important and it built us anyway. Base beneath the loading dock, the ending of the day. Take the whole circle, it was ours to run. That's the only degree I won. Everything important happened. Then the trucks came. Then the trucks came. Nobody needs eggs at 2, that's not the point. Woke at 1:30 from a dream about nothing. Lay there for 20 and I knew it was coming. That feeling, the one where the bed is a trap. Got up, got dressed and I grabbed my whole cap. Told myself we need eggs, which was false. Went out anyway, cause the night made the call. 24-hour place with a light like a hospital. 3 other people and we're all impossible to explain. The woman with the cart full of candles, gotten scrubbed by nothing but sandals. Nobody asked and nobody is asking. That's the whole treaty of the 2 a.m. masking. Door slide, the cold air hits. Door slide, the cold air hits. This where the sleepless sits. Not a crisis, not a plan. Just storage, just a man. 2 a.m. Errand, walking down aisle 4. Everything I came here for is nothing I need more than the walking in the light and the being outside. Base beneath the linoleum, humming as a guide. Buy the eggs anyway and drive back slow. That's the only cure I know. Sub hums low in a cooler's drone. Low and keeping me from home. Feel the night become alone. Cashier's a kid who was reading a paperback. Rang me up and said long night and I said yeah, that's it. That's the whole human exchange. Cost me $4 and it rearranged. Something that 8 hours of lying could not. Nobody prescribes us what but I got. And if you're awake at an hour that feels like a failure, doing math on the sleep you'll be missing tomorrow. Get up, go somewhere with the light and the door. The lying there is what's making you soar. By something stupid, that's the cure. Errand at 2 a.m. Errand at 2 a.m. Driving with the eggs. Everything unbearable was solved by my legs. Nobody prescribed it and it worked all the same. Base beneath the dashboard, quiet as a name. Take the whole hour, it cost me $4. That's the cheapest thing that was. Nobody needed eggs, we have eggs The air tonight has a weight, and I've decided to like it. 92 at 11 and the sky won't release it. Everything moving through molasses and I feel it. On my arms like a hand that will hurry. Whole city slow to a walk with a worry. People from dry states call this unlivable. I call it a texture and I find it forgivable. Hair went up an hour ago and gave up. Make up some memory and I'm not gonna make up for any of it. Nobody looks sharp in this weather. Everybody's softened and we're all in it together. Drastic and slightly in a way that's not tragic. Humidity's a lever and that's the whole magic. Air thick, the night goes slow. Everybody not a comfort, not a curse. Just a heavier universe. Humid gold, hanging on the block. Everything's a half speed and nobody's watching the clock. Nobody can hurt when the air has a body. Base beneath the pavement, thick as sunny muddy. Move through the whole thing like it's water, not air. That's the only pace out there. Sun swells low through the loaded sky. Low ahead, heavier than July. Feel the whole town amplify. Man on the corner sold me ice for $1. Bag in my hand and I pressed it to my collar. Best purchase of my week and it lasted 8 minutes. Everything good in this weather has limits, that's fine. I'll take 8 per minute, I've been sold. And if you're the kind who needs a day to be efficient, who hates the thick hours and finds them insufficient, the heat is not stealing, the heat is enforcing a speed that your body has been quietly endorsing for years. Let it stop the coursing. Let it stop the coursing. Gold in the humid, settling like dust. Hey! Gold in the humid, settling like dust. Everything the day demanded turned to rust into sand. And the Japanese asking for it back. Base beneath the streetlight in a slow amber track. Take the whole heaviness, wear it like silk. That's the only gold of this all. The air tonight has waned and I've decided to stay. Everything here is smiling and half of it bright. Planes going soft with a soul got inside. Games with a prize that has never been pried. Off of the shelf by an actual winner. Man at the ring toss has been running that dinner since 1990. And I'll take you $10 and I'll do it while telling you a joke about scholars. Lights on the wheel doing tricks with the water. Somebody's veins when it's losing to a quarter. Operate a claw that has never once gripped. Skirt around the gear and stitching and fit. All money in his dignity and us and enjoying every second that's romance, it's employing. Bulbs blink, the barker calls. Everything about it falls. Somewhere between a scam and grace, there's a boardwalk, that's a place. Boardwalk teeth, grinning in the sun. Everything they're selling out here isn't quite your fault. For by, yeah. Nobody comes here to come out ahead. Face beneath the pier, playing something in your head. Give it the whole 10-10. Take the tarot bear, that's the only honest fare. Sub thumb slow through a ride. Sub thumb slow through a riding board. Low and rolling toward the shore. Feel the ocean under the floor. Wanna fish once and the fish lived 11 years in a bowl on the counter, that's heaven. For a prize that cost me $1 in a summer. Named him after the guy at the counter. Handed him over and said don't overfeed. Best advice I ever paid for. Indeed. And if you think a place like this is beneath you, too tacky, too cheap, too obviously deceiving you, that's the honesty. Nobody here is pretending the claw is fair or the story has an ending. Where you win, that's the mending. personality is card, does I know him? Mine is a ceiling I can open and show them the whole sky at 70 going nowhere. Best money I have wasted, I swear. Roof down, the stars come out. That's the whole entire route. Not a car and not a flex, just a sky that's not complex. Convertible nights, roof against the trunk. Everything that's overhead is finally in front of me, of us, and nobody has a roof tonight. Base beneath the leather in the logo light. Take the whole ceiling, it's the only one. That's a sky I've never done. Sun rolls low with the open air, low and scattered everywhere. Feel the stars begin to stare. Girl in the passion with her hair going wild, says she can't hear me and she says it while smiling. That's fine, that's better. I was saying nothing clever. Some conversations don't require the endeavor. Pulled off at a look at and we killed the ignition. Whole sky above us in an actual condition. And if somebody tells you that your money was wasted on a car, on a trip, on a night that they hated, the sound of asking what their great thing has done for a single evening under any kind of sun. You bought a ceiling, that's the run. Nights in a convertible, engine going cold. Everything above us is a thing I'll never hold. Nobody needs a roof on a night that runs this clear. Bass beneath the parking brake, humming in my ear. Take the whole sky, it came with the car. That's the best deal by far. Roof folded down and we never put it back. Everything with is already changed. Our hair is already chosen. Everything with wings out here that we already chosen. Porch bulb on and the air is a chaos. Moves in a spiral like a thought that outgrows us. Round and round on a thing that will kill them. Nothing about it is stupid, it's a system. Older than the bulb by 100,000 seasons. They stared by the moon, we gave them no reason. That's the whole tragedy in a paragraph. Honestly, built for a life that's a 250,000 miles free. Then somebody hung up a 60-watt liar. Now the whole species is caught in a wire. I turn mine off at a level for them. Doesn't fix anything still. I do it, amen. Wings turn stern, the spiral tides. Everything mistakes the lights. Not a failure, not a flaw, just a nation kind of low. Moth light burning on a porch in July. Everything that's drawn to it is following the sky. It thought it knew, nobody told them move. Bass beneath the floorboards where the old rules groove. Watch the whole spiral, don't call it dumb. That's exactly where we're from. Sub hums low with the Bose low buzz. Low end older than the whole fuzz. Feel the pull of what it was. I chase things too that were true in another decade. A version of a man, of a mother's idea of a life that has already expired. Still I go around it and I still get tired. Nobody told me the moon that I steer by
find the actual moon, then go through.
Light for the moss, burning down to gray. Everything that circled it is somewhere else today. Nobody teaches wings that the world got rearranged. Space beneath the porch, step older than the change. Turn the whole bulb off, let them find the sky. That's the only kindness I. Everything we like. This is the
Stop being anybody's anything.
shift ended 6 and the batch came off 7. 8 at the counter of a place near 11. Nobody knew me and then nobody was gorgeous. Waitress said the usual.
That's the most
I want from a person after 8 hours of naming everything I do for a very small gaming. Walk the long way with my hands in my pockets, past 40 windows and I look into all of them. Not being creepy, just admiring the living. Somebody's television, somebody's kid, somebody's giving their day to a kitchen in a very small kingdom. Everybody's got one 9 p.m.s of freedom. Badge of name gone, walk slow. Nobody I have to know. Not a stranger, not a friend. Just an hour with no end. 9 p.m. nobody walking down the road. Everything they call me is a thing I let go. Nobody expects me for another 10 hours. Space beneath the sidewalk in the cooling of the palace. Take the whole anonymity, it's better than gold. That's the only self I hold. Sub hums low through a quiet street. Low and matching my own feet. Feel the whole name incomplete. Guy on a suit set, even then I said it back. That's the entire conversation. I feel the whole crack. Give me that a day of 100 meetings that open to rumors from a stranger with no interest in profit. That's the real economy. That's what I'm after. 9 p.m. strangers and a low grade laughter. And if you've been someone's employee, someone's parent, someone's problem, and it's wearing, there is 1 hour when the world stops assigning. Take the long way through the window, admire. Nobody's watching. That's The Shining. Nobody at 9 p.m. turning down the block. Everything they need from me can wait behind the lock. Nobody gets a sour and I never salad. Face beneath the street lamp and I never tell it. Take the whole walk, it belongs to no one. That's the only quiet one. This is the hour where I finally become somebody.
Step off the pavement and you are immediately the minority.
Field at the edge of a development that stalled. Half a foundation and a sign that got hauled away by somebody who gave up in April. Grass took it back and the taking was capable. Sound out here is a wall made of insects, millions of them, and they don't take requests. Sat on the concrete slab of a house, never finished. Somebody's kitchen and the kitchen was diminished into a rectangle of gray in the weeds. Family that planned it moved on to other needs. Crickets don't know and the crickets don't care. Loudest thing in this county is the air. Step off the count, begin begins. Millions of them, no one wins. Not a threat and not a friend, just a sound without an end. Crickets outnumber us 10 million to 1. Everything we built out here is temporary fun. Nobody rules the field and we keep forgetting. Bass beneath the tall grass, humming and unsettling. Sit on the slab till the counting gets loud. That's the only humbling crowd.
Sub throbs low under sea of legs, low and older than the whole dregs. Feel the field collected steps.
Drove out with the girl who had never left the city. She got out, stood still, and she said, "This is pretty terrifying." I said, "Yeah, exactly."
We stayed an hour and we didn't speak mostly.
We stayed up that summer, and it cost us the gas. Nothing out there but a sound and some grass. If you've been feeling like the center of a story, like the world's got a stake in your particular glory, go stand in the field at 11 at night. Let 10 million things that don't know you be right about everything, then go home loud. Outnumbered by crickets buried in the sound. Everything important shrinks to nothing on that ground. Nobody's the main thing when the field gets loud. Bass beneath the wild grass, indifferent and proud. Take the whole humbling, it's completely free. That's the biggest thing in me. That's the biggest thing in me. Step back on the pavement and pretend you're the majority. The air above the road is lying about the distance. 6 o'clock and the highway is bending. Everything 100 yards out is pretending to be water when it's only the heat. Whole road disappearing at the edge of my feet. Nobody explains why a lie looks that pretty. That's the first mercy in a merciless city. Learned as a kid that the puddle keeps moving. Ran at it barefoot with a whole lot of proving. Never once caught it and it never once ended. Everything you chase in this life is that splendid and that made up. I stopped calling that is sadness. The chase is the water, that's the whole gladness. Air bends, the road goes soft. Everything ahead is lost. Not a trick and not a cheat, just the sky above the heat. Heat shimmer running out ahead of the car. Everything I'm driving at is farther than it are. Rip down, I know that I'm going anyway. Bass beneath the shimmer in a wobbling gray. Chase the whole thing till the sun gets low. That's the only place I go. Sub bends low with the wavering line. Low and melting into the design. Feel the whole horizon lose its spine. Sun finally dropped and the shimmer went with it. Road became honest and I honestly missed it. Something about a lie that keeps you in motion. Beats the plain truth sitting still like an ocean.
Drove past the spot where the water had been.
Nothing there but asphalt, I do it again. And if you're chasing something everybody says is fake, a record, a company, a shot you can't take. The shimmer is not the enemy, the stopping is. Nobody arrives and mirage and lives. Regretting the driving, take the fizz. Shimmer in the heat, fading into dark. Everything I chased today has left an actual mark on the odometer. If nowhere else on earth, bass beneath the tire tread, measuring the worth. Drive at the water till the water's gone. That's exactly how I carry on. The
set last.
The sun didn't set tonight, it went off like a charge. Sky went orange in a way that looked violent. Whole block came out and the whole block was silent for a second. Then somebody's speaker started. Everything that waited all day finally departed. From the heat, from the job, from the shape of the daylight. Nothing in me sleeps when the color turns skylight. Keys in my pocket doing math on the evening. 6 texts pending and I'm honestly leaving all of them there, cause the night has a schedule different from the one that a phone thinks is credible. Street lights kicking on like a countdown that's ending. Something in the dark has been quietly pending. Sun drops, the fuse lit, everything I am is it. Not a sunset, not a fade, just the charge that daylight laid. Dusk detonation blowing out the west. Everything I held all day is leaving through my chest. Nobody warned this town that the evening had a plan. Facing the horizon like a fist inside a hand. Watch the whole sky go and don't blink twice. That's the only hour worth the price. So cracks low as the color dies, low and rising where the daylight lies. Feel the dark come up and monopolize. 9 minutes total from the gold to the navy. Fastest thing in nature and it happens so daily. Nobody films it cause it happens every evening. That's exactly why I stand here and I keep believing. Something that arrives on time every single day is the only thing that's never let me down this way. And to whoever spent the whole day being useful, being needed, being managed, being carefully truthful, the sun just detonated and it took the rules with it. Nothing after this belongs to any minute that you so go get it. Detonation at dusk, get going in blue. Everything the daylight on just handed it to you. Nobody governs what arrives after the fall. Bass beneath the rooftops, running down the wall. Take the whole evening, it went off like a shot. That's the only start I've got. The sun went off and the whole night opened. You hear it tonight. You hear it tonight. Before you say goodnight. Okay. Woods, road, dirt, and the low end arriving through the trunks like a weather that's driving towards you. That's the first sign that it's real. Everything before that is a flyer and a feel. Hey, this is the moment the whole thing gets bodied. Sound through a forest is a physical study. Cars parked crooked in a field full of nothing. Kids walking in with a cooler and a something to declare. Nobody checks and nobody's official. Stage in a clearing that is faintly artificial. Best production value I have ever encountered. 6 speakers, 1 field, and the trees all surrounded. Trunks shake, the leaves keep time. Everything is bass and pop. Not a venue, not a room, just a forest in a boom. Bass in the trees, rolling through the pines. Everything out here tonight is happening outside the lines. Nobody permitted this and nobody will. Bass beneath the root system running down the hill. under cover of exhaustion. That's the only way to leave. Whole crowd walking out, and nobody would grieve. For a single hour lost, drove home with the windows open and the ringing in my ears going indigo. And if you've only ever heard it in a room, ceiling floor and a rented kind of boom, go find the field where the woods do the work, sound through a forest, hit somewhere it lurks deeper. That's the perk. Trees full of bass, ringing into gray. Everything the forest held is leaving with the day. Nobody cleaned it up and everybody did. Bass beneath the tire ruts under the lid of the morning. Take the whole grove. That's the loudest thing I know. You hear it 2 miles after you leave too. The power cut, nobody stop dancing. Chandelier dead in the middle of a downbeat. Everybody screamed and then everybody found feet. Somebody's phone made a very small moon. Their whole room laughing in a way I can't compare. Best thing that happened to a party this expensive. Losing the light made us finally defenseless. Dress in the dark doesn't cost what it costs. Everyone in cold when the mirror got lost. Nobody's posing cause there's nothing to post for. Guy in the corner finally opened the door for someone who liked him since the top of the evening. Dark is a permission, that's the thing I believe in. No light, no lens, no proof. Nothing here to hold aloof. Just the floor and just a beat. Just the dark beneath our feet. Blackout ballroom, elegant and blind. Everybody dancing like you left the world behind. Nobody can see you, so you finally take up space. Face through the darkness, doing work upon your face. Let the power stay up till the sun has to come. This is what a room does when it stops being numb. Sub owns the room when the lights are gone. Low and holding up the whole salon. Feel the darkness carrying us home. Way to put the tray down and he joined in the middle. Someone from the kitchen played a broken little fiddle. Rules got evacuated with emergency lighting. Everybody smiling in a way that's inviting. Head dance with a stranger and I never got her name. Best 3 minutes I have ever not claimed. And when the lights come back and we all look away, when we put on the faces that we wear in the day, remember for a second what the dark made us do. How everybody softened and how everyone was true. The room was always able. The light never knew. Ballroom in a blackout, honest and unseen. Everybody's beautiful the moment there's no sheen. Nobody's performing and nobody's a name. Bass across the marble like a fire with no flame. Keep it dark a little longer. Keep the wire down. This is the only crown this room has ever found.
the pipes overhead. Sermon delivered from my cabinet instead. Somebody crying at the edge of the circle. Everyone that's done, that's the deal, that's the purple. Nobody asked what you carry through the doorway. Bass sticks are waiting and slow when it's your way. I'm on the grill, feeling bold, nothing here I need to prove. Take the low and take my chest. Let the frequency do the rest. Subwoofer prayer, I say it with my ribs. Everything unspeakable gets handled by the kicks. No aim required and no name to invoke. Just a code and a current and the truth in the smoke. Louder than a language, older than a word. This is how the wordless finally get heard. Sub takes the floor and the floor says yes. Low and lifting off the loneliness. Feel the whole cathedral of the mess. Sweat on my collar, my hands in the air. Not because it's a picture, because I don't care what anyone thinks of a man who's been shaking. Churches wherever the flooring is quaking. Girl by the pillar with their eyes fully closed. And that's the whole gospel. That's the whole no. And if you were raised where the singing was strict, where every belief had a hand and a fist, come to the corner where the cabinet hums. Nobody's counting your sins on the thumbs. The bass forgives before the question comes. Prayer through the subwoofer, humming in my spine. Everything I couldn't say came out through the design. No congregation and no rule to obey, just a speaker and a heartbeat. Learning how to stay bigger than a building, cheaper than a fee. This is where the wordless get to be. I took my hand off the speaker and I was carried. Something in a jar that has to eat. Everything I'm in, yeah, comes down to hair. What's up? Relax now. Yeah, Grandmother's was 90 when it came to me in June. Jar of something bubbling and honestly a smell. Told me it will die if I neglect it for a moon. Told me that it's living and it has to be as well. Fed it every morning with a flour and a water. Nothing about bacon and I didn't make a thing. Just a person keeping something living for a daughter. Just a person in the spring. Missed a week in August when I traveled for a job. Came back to a job that was a gray and dying thing. Fed it every hour and I honestly the top. Took 11 days and then it started back to sing. Nothing about drama and it's honestly a pace. Also it is money and it came through her hands. Everything about it is a thing you cannot waste. Everything that stands, feed it or it dies and that is all. Everything that's living has a cause. Nothing here is anything but small. Sourdough, breathing in the jar. Everything I reckon with is 90 years so far. I don't get to pause it and I don't get to freeze. Only get the feeding on my knees. Nobody has told me it's a chore. That's the only reason I keep more. Low, the baseline bubbling in the class. Everything is living and will pass. Nothing here is anything but mass. Gave a jar of it to a friend who had a birth. Told her all the rules and told her what I need to eat. Told her that it's 90 and it's genuinely worth. Told her if it doesn't, it's a very common feed. Saw her in December and the jar was on the sill, bubbling and living and she baked it into bread. Something about that was a very quiet thrill. Something about thread. Everybody's got a thing that has to eat to live. Language or a friendship or a practice or a skill. Nothing about that will ever be a thing you give. Everything requires a considerable will. Feed it in the mornings even when it's very dull. Feed it when you're traveling and feed it when you're sad. Everything alive is going to consume the whole. That's the only rad dough that is sour. Rising in the tin, everything I tin. Everything I fed it is the reason it begins. Let it live and is a 90 after I am gone. Nothing here is any but blood. Feeding is the whole of what I do. Something in a jar and it is living. Everything I make comes out of her. No, two, gay is
it comes out of her. Row of trees that nobody will harvest. Everything they do is for the fear.
Farmer planted 80 on the edge of every plot. Took a land that could have grown a very decent crop. Neighbors thought him stupid for the acres, did you not? Everybody's planting to the fence and doesn't stop. 20 years went by and there was drought across the plain. Everybody's tough, so went to Kansas in a week. His was where he left it and it never left the lane. His was what they'd seek.
Trees don't grow a thing that you could ever take to town. Trees just stand there taking the entirety away. Everything behind them is protected and is brown. Everything behind them is the thing that hasn't there.
Nothing about generous and nothing about nice. Only that a person understood the way it goes. Everything productive has to pay a standing price.
Everything that grows,
Roll with them, absorbing what arrives. Everything behind them stays alive.
nothing here has ever had to strive.
Wind break, useless and required. Everything behind it is a thing that isn't tired. I don't get a harvest from the acreage I gave. Only get the feel that it will save. No,
Nobody has counted what they hold.
that's the only reason I'm not sold. Low the baseline moving through the row. Everything behind it doesn't blow. Nothing in the trees will ever grow. Everybody's got a person who has been the row. Somebody who took the whole of what was coming through. Never grew a thing and never had a thing to show. Everything you are is standing quietly on two. Call them up on Sunday and describe the actual feel. Tell them what they broke and what it cost them in the ground. Nothing you can pay them and there isn't any yield. Nothing but the sound.
If you are the trees, then I want you to be told. Nothing about that will ever show up in account. Everything you're taking is a thing that isn't gold. Everything you're taking is the whole of the amount.
Hustle, there's a field and it is green and it is fed. Hustle, there's a person who is standing in his hole. Nothing you can point at and there's nothing to be said. That's the only rule. Break for the wind, standing in the gale. Everything behind me is a thing that will not fail. Let them count the acreage I never got to sow. Nothing here is anything to show.
Standing is the only thing I grow. That's the only thing that's true. That's the only thing that's true. Row of trees that nobody will harvest. Everything behind them is the bell over the door's been awake for 30 years. Fridge hums steady like a man who is patient. Rosa at the register and Rosa is ancient. Knows every kid on this block by their order. Knows who got out and who never crossed the border. Fluorescent buzzing on a floor that's uneven. That's the whole cathedral that the street is believing. Guy comes in at 2 for a single cigarette. Rosa sells it to him and she doesn't forget. He lost his wife in a march that was brutal. Nobody says it 'cause the saying would be cruel. She just says a coffee and she doesn't charge for it. Kindness in this city is a very quiet forfeit. Bell rings, someone needs a thing. Nobody asks what they're carrying. Take the aisle, take the light. Everybody's welcome tonight. Nocturne Bodega glowing on the corner. Everybody hurting gets to be a customer. Nobody's a stranger at 3:15. Bass beneath the cooler like a hum inside of me. Buy a single line, takes the heart from this town. Somebody will say it was just a small store. They will not know it was an emergency room door for everyone who needed a place at far. Bodega in the nocturne, holding out the dark. Everybody wandering can dock here and park. Nobody gets questioned and nobody gets sold. Base beneath the linoleum, warm against the cold. Take your single item, take a breath, take the aisle. That's the only church that's open in this mile. The bell over the door is still awake tonight. Every insult I've ever received is archived. Aged like reserve wine in the climate control graph. Tonight I'm opening the vault. You thought I forgot. I catalog, J, witness, exact phrasing. Your outfit, the vault appreciates potency annually. Revenge served this aged is a delicacy. I don't retaliate. Hot heat is amateur. I wait until your success requires my silence. Then I price it accurately, mercilessly. The interest rate on old venom is astronomical. Vault door swings on quiet hinges. You'll hear nothing until the balance is due. Venom vault, every drop deposited, none forgotten. Compound toxicity with a queen's patience. Venom vault withdrawal day is my decision, and your account has been flagged for years.
Deposit, mature, collect. The ledger never lies and never forgives.
Some debts I forgive publicly. For the optics, the vault notes, even that as leverage. Mercy on record makes the next strike unimpeachable. Bookkeeping is the most underrated dark art. This isn't bitterness, bitterness is disorganized. This is accounting, and the audit finds everyone eventually. Venom vault. Venom vault, every drop deposited, none forgotten. Compound toxicity with a queen's patience. Venom vault tonight's withdrawal is historic. Check your balance, you already know.
The vault reseals, the archive continues.
Speak carefully around me from now on. A quietly closed page gets gently turned by the wind. Even unknown future is breathing deep inside my chest. Even when the shadow of doubt falls, if I start walking, it turns into light. Destiny, I reach out and take it with
step stronger.
Next time I can go even further toward the hope beyond my tears. Take a breath, take a breath, start again. I can rise up again and again. Next time, the more I believe in myself, the more the future opens up. Even the nights filled with regret turn into treasures when I look back. That trembling heart from back then has become my strength today. When a voice sways in the wind, whispering, don't give up. All the feelings I piled up turn into the power to move on. Next time I can go even further toward the hope beyond my tears. Take a breath, start again. I can rise up again and again. Next time, the more I believe in myself, the more the future opens up. Used to talk to the walls at night. Dreams too loud, nowhere to hide. They laugh when I miss my mark. Now they're watching from the dark. Every failure carved my name in the concrete, in the rain. I was running out of time, but I never lost a fight. Same streets, but my steps feel new. Every note just pushed me through. I remember who turned away. Funny how they hear me say, I was built from broken plans, shaky hope and trembling hands. All those nights I stood alone, made my courage feel like home. I was silent, I was small, heard my heartbeat through it all. Every doubt began to fall, now my echo fills the hall. Look at me now, standing my ground. All of the doubts burned down. I don't need crowns, I don't bow. This is my moment now. Look at me now, I won't back down. Hear my name, hear the sound. No more shadows pulling me down. This is my moment now. Look at me. Look at me now. Look at me. Look at me now. I don't chase what I outgrew. I don't need their point of view. If you never felt the fall, you don't know the rise at all. I'm not asking for a seat. I built my throne on broken dreams. Every scar still on my skin is a reason I begin. I was quiet in the crowd, now I say it out loud. Every fear I once allowed turns to fire inside me now.